What's going on, Gator Nation? Nick Delatorre here with Urban Klavzar from
Yeah,
Damjale. How
yeah,
did I
that's
do?
good. Pretty good, yeah.
We'll take it. We'll take it for an American. We'll take it. Urban, how are you? How has been your trip back home here between workouts and the semester starting?
It's been great. I love the workouts back in Gainesville. I think we did a pretty good job just connecting with new teammates, just getting to know each other, and just working hard every day. I think it was great. And then being back home also unbelievable. Always great to see your family, your close ones, and my girl. And it was just it's been great. I've also been working out here, so it's been a great summer.
We were talking a little bit yesterday when you were doing Thursday tidbits on the Florida Victorious message board. How many of your teammates do you think, if we gave them a map, could pick out Slovenia?
I don't know. I think
Victor
more than
should be
half.
able to.
Yeah, I think Victor would know definitely. Then I think Cooper would know because he's pretty smart. And then I think Kondo would know because who else? I think our new teammate Alex Kovacho, AK. I think he's too clever too. I think he would know. And then who else? Micah. Micah was around here now, so I think he should know. I think
Oh, Micah was just doing a
yeah
little Euro trip.
he did, but I don't think he was close to here. But I think if like he probably knows the map a little bit better, so he would probably see it, even though it's really small.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know about maybe Ollie. Ollie would probably know. Ollie knows that stuff. And I don't know if I'm
Well,
missing anybody.
we
Yeah,
might test him. We might test him the next time we
yeah,
get
we
the
might.
guys into
Yeah,
the office. Well, what's the basketball culture in Slovenia? Obviously, now with the success that Luka has had, maybe picking up. But what was it like growing up? When were you introduced to basketball, and I guess what kind of culture is there around the game?
yeah. It has always been pretty big here in Slovenia. We actually hosted the EuroBasket
Mm-hmm.
European Championship back in 2013, and the every game was sold out. It was great to see, even though we weren't as successful as in the past years. Because we had Goran Dragic who played for the Heat.
My
He was
team.
yeah, he was unbelievable. And then I think especially after the 2017 when we won the European Championship, which was like that was our first one in the history of the association. So I mean of the country. So I think after that one, and when Luca was on a come up, he was 18 at that time, and he was still like second best player on that team. So I think after 2017, it took a huge jump because we are just promoting it everywhere, and everybody wanted to play basketball. And now, especially after Luca, it has been huge too because of his promotions, his signature shoe, his like every time we play here in Slovenia. I mean, when the national team plays, the the stadium is sold out every time. I think it's mostly because of him because he's so big here. So I think after 2017, it has been great.
You're back home. You've been able to travel a little bit, but if I were to be visiting you in Damjale, what would be the
Yeah,
first thing you would tell me to do?
I mean, to be honest with you, in Domžale, there's nothing to do because it's a small town of like maybe 10,000 people. But I'm really close to Ljubljana, which is the capital city.
Mm-hmm.
It's 15 minutes, 15 to 20-minute drive. I would probably tell you just to go in the city center and walk around a bit around the Three Bridges area
Mm-hmm.
and around the city center and try some traditional Slovenian food. We don't have a lot, but we still have some. There's some restaurants back, in the city center that you can try it. And I think that would be the first thing that I would tell you to do. And then if you would have more time, you could travel. I mean, it's only like an hour hour 15 drive to like the mountains, like the area where the mountains are at. And there are some beautiful lakes and rivers, which are really stunning. So I think that would be the second thing if you had more time.
Well, it's Florida Victoria's budget. It's unlimited. We'll send as long as we need.
Yeah, then definitely the little mountain area. It's so beautiful there. Like there's so many like even hidden spots that people don't know about, like tourists that's just like hidden somewhere, but the water and like just the area is so beautiful. So
the locals keep it secret.
Yeah,
there has to be some spots
but
that don't get run over by tourists.
I think there's still a lot of people like coming there. For example, today it's a national holiday here in Slovenia, so it might be a little crowded in those areas as well because the country's so small. We know the spots. So, yeah.
I'm interested in that. Like you're so far away from home in the States. What are some things, whether it's obviously family, girlfriend, but what are some things that holidays, food, traditions that maybe you miss when you're back in the States?
Yeah, I definitely miss the home cooked food from my mom, my grandma, and just basically the food. And I mean the holidays are kind of similar. We might have some other weeks, but it doesn't really affect me now because we practice every day, so it doesn't really matter. But I think mostly like just being with my family, my girl, and the food, just because it just means a lot to me to be with them and spend time with them because I don't really see them a lot. I think that's the biggest thing.
Growing up, you talked a little bit about the culture, but when did you maybe start focusing on basketball or think that, hey, basketball can take me places? I know you played professionally and you traveled a lot through the game. When did you kind of know that, hey, this could be a future for me?
So actually, when I was like 7 years old, I still played two sports. I played soccer and basketball. And at that time, I just basically had to decide for one. I mean, I didn't really have to decide. It was not like because my parents said it, but like I didn't feel as comfortable in soccer because I didn't really like some coaches and like the way that I felt when I was playing it. I didn't enjoy it as much as basketball, and then I switched to basketball. And then when I was like 12, 13, when we went on tournaments, and I was scoring a lot, I was rebounding, assisting, because I grew a little quicker than other players. I mean, other kids, and like I think at that time I was like, I really want to be a basketball player and reach the highest that I can. So I think those tournaments when I was just better than everybody else, and it was really like felt really nice, and I started watching basketball a lot, NBA, EuroLeague, just anything. And also my grandpa and my dad were the presidents of my local club, so I went to every game here as well.
Who were your favorite basketball players to watch?
Right now, or just like in general, growing up?
Growing up, yeah.
I always liked Kyrie Irving. I think I watched him since I think even when he was at Duke for like those couple of games. Like when I went on YouTube, I always just watched him and his like even practices and everything. He was always my favorite player. And I also watched a bit of like Allen Iverson. He was unbelievable. And I think who really got me into like the NBA was definitely Kevin Durant, like, and that OKC team back in 2012, 2011.
Russ, Durant, Harden.
Yeah. That team was just so fun to watch. I remember like on Sundays, I used to always watch their games back in the morning because I couldn't watch them at 2 a.m. So
yeah, 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I remember like waking up on Sundays and just putting those games back on and just watched them. I think like that team got me into like the NBA. I think those are the players that I would say that got me into it.
That's really interesting. You say Allen Iverson. That's my generation. I remember Allen Iverson. I go back and look, and like fashion's cyclical, fashion always
Yeah,
changes. But could you play basketball in in like the shorts that those guys wore? They
yeah,
were like below the knees, super
yeah. Those shorts were
baggy.
crazy. I think Trey Mann is on that trend. He's like,
Oh, is he getting back into
uh,
the baggy?
yeah, I've seen him like even like off the court. He's dressing like the '01 like Allen Iverson. I think
That's funny.
I saw him. And I even on the court like he has the little like Allen Iverson drip. I think so. I think it looks really cool, but I don't know if like my legs
How
are
practical.
not. My legs are pretty short, so I don't think I would look good with those long shorts on the basketball court. And I think it's just a little tougher because they're always over your knees, and it's just might be a little tougher to run and just I don't know. So I don't know if I could do it on the court, off the court. Uh, I love that style off the court, so it's not a problem.
What let's get into a little bit about how you decided to come to Florida. What is that recruiting process? I think Coach Golden does a really good job recruiting
Yeah,
globally. You know, you, Alex, Victor. I know Xavier is a transfer and was in the States, but he's from Canada. Ollie's from
yeah,
Canada. There's a lot of international flavor on the team, but how
yeah.
does the recruiting process work for you?
I think it was mostly Coach Golden because back in 2022 he already texted me when I was finishing my youth years here in Europe. And when it was already time to go to college, he already texted me, but I decided to go pro to a team in Spain because we already decided. But he sent some really nice messages, and then last year it was the same thing when I decided. I just feel like the the call with him and like the everything how they explained it to us, like the Zoom call and just the whole coaching staff just looked really nice to work with. I think that was the main thing, and then also, I mean the names just when I saw the name Florida Gators, I knew like even though I didn't know a lot about college basketball, but when I saw like Florida Gators, I knew it meant something. Like it's a huge university, and I thought it was a great opportunity to go there.
When you first get to Gainesville, what
Yeah,
is that adjustment like? I mean, basketball is basketball. I'm sure the game changes a little bit, but just getting to Gainesville and being at an American university, it has to be some culture shock and it takes some adjusting.
yeah, it definitely was. I knew about some things because I've seen some of the things online, but when you land in the States after it was my first time here after 2017, so 7 years later, it's definitely a little shock because everything's so much different. Like you guys use many things very differently, and just the way you guys live as well. It's just different than in Europe, so I had to get used to that. And then with the school thing, I was a little used to it because I went to school in like back in Spain in Madrid. It was also a different culture, so I knew like a little bit of like the how it looks like or like the English subjects. Like I mean subjects in English, I already like knew them because I had them back in Spain. So the school part was good, but I was just not used to also like this many people to like work with you like every day on the court, like the
Mhm.
coaches, the team managers, the whoever, and then also like off the court. There's so many people that like help you, and the campus was just huge, and I think that was like the biggest change.
How is the weather different? Obviously, very hot,
Yeah,
especially when you guys are out there working in the summer. But how
yeah,
different is the weather in Slovenia? Let's start, like I'm thinking maybe like when your season starts, like in December,
yeah.
January here.
I mean that's also one of the great things about Gainesville and Florida. I mean here in back home in Slovenia in November, December it gets really cold, and it starts raining quite a lot. So I mean, I think in your measurements it gets to like 40s around there. in the winter. There's also days where it's like warm as well, but it's definitely colder than in Florida. And I just feel like Florida is really nice because even in like December, January, February, whatever, you don't need like a lot of jackets and just like a lot to put on. You can just like put a hoodie on and like some sweatpants, or you don't have to do a lot because it's really like a really nice weather. And in the summer is just ridiculous. The humidity, I've never seen it like that before. And the difference between inside where there's the AC is so like cold, and just like I have problems sometimes, like it's so cold I gotta like put something on because I'm not used to it being that cold. And
It's
I'm
funny
just
walking when you're in camp when you're on campus, you
yeah.
see like people in sweatshirts
Yeah,
in
yeah,
August
it's
in
so weird.
Gainesville, and I'm
It's
like,
so weird.
what is happening?
That's what I'm
Um,
saying. I've seen people like just be have jackets on when there's 90 degrees outside, 93. Like it's ridiculous. And I was so confused, but then I found out why. Because when I visited in July, I got sick because of the little difference of just going in and
yeah.
out. And yeah, so I think it's really hot.
Yes. Yeah. It was like 85 degrees. I was shooting something last night at Benjamin
Yeah,
Griffin Stadium. It was 85 degrees at
yeah,
9 p.m. It's just hot for no reason. The sun's
yeah. That's
down and it's still
ridiculous.
hot.
And the humidity is just insane.
It's like you're
And the
underwater.
little and this it's so weird because every day it like there's a storm or it rains at the same time at like 4 or 5 p.m.
We used to say that I'm from South Florida. We used to say that you can set your watch by the rain because it will
Yeah,
rain. It might be
basically,
for
yeah.
only 10 minutes, but it might be for 2 hours. You don't
Yeah,
know, but you know it will rain every day.
yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Let's get back into last season. I'm sure fans want to hear about the run you guys made. Talk to me a little bit about the injuries that you guys had throughout the year. Walt goes down for a little bit, Will goes down for a little bit, and it kind of forced you guys to use your depth. And I think you
Yeah.
had such great depth on the team, but you were forced to use it. What was that like to kind of get your call and have your moment? And how were you ready to be able to play once your number got called?
Yeah, I think we had great depth. I think anybody could play on that team. It was just a matter of time to get the opportunity, but I was always trying to stay ready, just working hard every day, same routine, just even if I wasn't getting a lot of playing time, I just had to keep going. I already had something similar 2 years ago, so I was pretty ready for that. And then when I saw those little injuries, I knew it would be tough for the same guys to play always for like all those minutes. It's because there's 2 games a week, and it's the physicality of that league is ridiculous. So you always got to stay ready because you never know what's gonna happen. But I was just try to stay ready, and then when I saw them have these little injuries, I knew that. Even coach told me that like my time is up now, and just try to get in and try to be confident and play my game. And I think the team had a great squad. Uh, like everybody was ready for everything.
It seems like, and we talked a little bit about this yesterday, it just seemed like there was a confidence that you guys never really got nervous,
Yeah,
except for the Texas Tech game. But
yeah,
it seemed like you guys never got nervous, and you were just so confident in each other.
yeah,
And obviously Walt had some great games, but it seemed like you can lean on Tommy, you can lean on Alex, and Alex battled through
yeah.
the ankle
The ankle
injuries
injury. Yeah,
the whole end of the year, but Will would make big threes, and then you had Elijah was, to me, maybe not, but Elijah was just nose on the ball, playing defense, like wanted to
yeah.
create that tough defensive identity. When do you think the team really came together? and knew that, like, hey, this is a really strong brotherhood, a strong bond, and then obviously we're really good basketball players. When do you think the team really came together and thought, hey, we can make a pretty deep run?
Yeah. I think first time when we beat Tennessee home because they were the 1 seed and we just absolutely destroyed them. And we talked about in the locker room that we really can do something this year. I mean, we talked about it at the start of the year before the games that our goal is like trying to reach the Final Four, but I mean, we played through non-conference. We were 13-0, and I also like at that time I thought we were really good, but I didn't really know because like the SEC didn't start yet, and like I didn't really have the feeling of how good these teams are in the SEC. But I feel like after the Tennessee game and just after each game, even like the South Carolina game away, when we were just down the whole game, and like statistically, I think they were 0 I don't know, I think they had 0 wins in the conference, but they were just really tough. Great team with Murray Boyles just leading them. And when we came back, when Will just made ridiculous plays on the defensive end and just hit that game winner, I think that's also like we also need these games just like that we know we can come back and be tough on both ends of the ball. But yeah, that game and the Auburn game, I think the Auburn game was even more because it was away against I think Auburn was the number one for quite a while. I think almost the whole year. So I think that one was like the one. Then I think in the SEC tournament we just played amazing. So after that one, we were like, yeah, we gotta go for it and win it.
But then you didn't make it easy, especially on the fans, having to watch at home. I'm going through. I made some notes. So the second round game, trailing UConn most of the time, and this is a championship program, championship team. What was it like to play against a team that I think you guys were better than, but a team that had been through this before and having really to grind it out and battle against UConn?
Yeah, I also thought we had better team. Like when we watched them play, and just when I watched us play all the time. But it was definitely tough because they were just coming off a back-to-back championship, and they had a great coach who knew how to win, and just guys on the team that just had that championship pedigree. So it was tough. We knew it was going to be really tough because I mean, UConn is UConn, so you can't really just come out and just win by 30 or 15, whatever. But we just try to stay the course and just grind it out like any other games. We knew we had unbelievable shot makers, defensive guys. So just while we were trailing, we were trying to stay positive and go one play at a time. We always say that, and just try to find a way. And I think at the end, with some awesome plays, I remember the Elijah rebound on that free throw. He dunked it. That was awesome, and just Walt hitting shots. So yeah, I think that was it.
And in San Francisco, this is the one that I think you even said, like, hey, this is the one where I was like, oh, shoot, well, it's been a good year, but I think you're trailing Texas Tech by 9 with just over 3 minutes. And then that was kind of the back-to-back 3-pointers from Walt and Tommy, and ended up winning that game by 5 when you were down by 9 with 3 to play. What kind of emotions are going through your head during that game?
I mean, it was crazy. Like when you said when we were down by 9 with 3 minutes remaining, I was already like, I can't. There's no way. Like I think we're way better than these guys. Not way better, but I think we just like with all that work that we put in, I think we deserve to, I don't know, to go to the Final Four at least. And I think Texas Tech played an amazing game. They were hitting shots, just rebounding well. I think they're 4 men. I forgot his name. He played awesome, and I just thought what Walt and Tommy did was unbelievable. I mean, the confidence that Tommy had in his shot, and then Walt just, I mean, never seen a more confident player in my life before. So when he shoots, I just think it's going in every time. And the 1-3 that he made when he went to the paint and just backpedaled kind of and just shot it, I thought it was insane. Like, that's something you try in a park, not in a closed game like that. So I was like, I couldn't believe he hit that. So I think that was just, but I was losing hope. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was like, no way, we got to go home and just like, we can't win this thing. But then we somehow got back again and won the game.
I like how you say that. You try it in the park, because you don't even try that in practice, because you'll get yelled at by your coach.
I mean, yeah, but if you make it, it's but if you miss it,
sure,
you're getting yelled. It was
and then
crazy.
Then you guys get to San Antonio. You have to play Auburn again. It's really tough to beat a team twice. You're losing by 8 at half, or you're down by 8 at halftime. Come back and win that game, but you saved your biggest comeback for the national championship. I remember sitting there. And it's such a big arena, and I remember sitting there, down by the court, and just thinking, like, man, this can't be the way. This can't be the way that this ends in the national championship. I think you're down as much as 12 in the second half. It comes down. It's a great run to get back, but then it comes down to that last play. Walt has a great closeout, gets his hand up.
Yeah.
From your perspective on the bench, did you know? Because I was there and I didn't know. It's almost like time slowed down, and it was only like Walt and the shooter who knew that, like, oh, I didn't touch that. He can't touch the ball.
Yeah.
Alex, I've talked to him. He's like, do I leave my man here in the paint and do I go for it? What's going through your mind? Because in my mind, I kind of like lost track of time. I watch Alex dive, and then I hear a buzzer, and I'm like, wait, the game's over?
Yeah. No, I kind of knew what was going on. I was really focused on the shot clock because I was just trying to see what Houston's going to run, what player they're going to run. And then I saw, Sharp do that back screen, and just, I was like I didn't know, I think Walt was a little late at the start of, the little back screen. I was like, shoot, I hope he doesn't get open, because Sharp's a great shooter. And then the Walt closeout was just unreal. Sprinted really well up there and just jumped. And then when I saw him leave the ball, I knew he can pick it up again. And I was just looking at the clock. I was just like, please
go.
And then I saw Kondo. That was I couldn't believe when he dove. And I was like, when he dove, I knew it, because there was 1 second left. There's no way anybody else can just get the ball and score. And when it sounded, just sprinted on that court and just started jumping. And it was never forgetting that. That one of the best moments ever. Yeah,
it has to be the ultimate feeling. It's so funny, because I was driving to football when fall camp started, and I saw you guys running around campus, and it reminded me of just how much work goes into it. Basketball season, the actual season, is only a couple months, 3-4 months, but you're working 11, 12 months out of the year.
It's
to have that
tough,
only one team gets to win the last game of the year. And that doesn't mean you don't have a successful season if you don't win a national championship, but to be able to celebrate on the court with your guys who you've been working out with all year has to be one of the most gratifying feelings.
Yeah, it's definitely special, because people don't see these hours that we put in. Just when you said about us running outside in the summers at 7 a.m., just working on our conditioning and just working out, it was more of a mental battle, because it just feels like you can't go, it's physically, it's so tough that you just feel like you can't do it, but you got to do it. It's those Fridays were tough. And I mean, just everything else, just every practice, every rep that you shoot, whatever you do, for for you to be better. People don't really see it. That's why it just means so much when you win something like that, and especially with your brothers that you share the locker room with. And yeah, it's really special.
Were you able to have family there in San Antonio?
My dad came to watch, yeah, because he's kind of a lucky charm. Because he also, when we won EuroLeague for it's the biggest tournament in Europe with Real Madrid. When we won it, I told him he has to come because every time he watches, we win something. It was also like before, just every time we came to like a championship game, we won it. And for example, last year when we played against France in the final in U20 in FIBA, he wasn't there and we lost in the final. So I told him, you got to come to San Antonio again. When you're there, we always win.
I think we need to get him season tickets this year.
Yeah, right.
Well, let's see if we can get him an apartment or a house here in Gainesville. We'll put him on the team playing with you guys.
yeah, for sure.
And then it's fun to celebrate, but like I feel like you guys kind of got back into it. How were off-season workouts? Getting Boogie and getting X in to kind of fill in for some of the guys that you've lost, and then how much more of a role do you think you'll have this year? I think you return the whole front court, but you're replacing a lot in the back court, and there's definitely going to be some opportunities for you.
Yeah, I think the new guys have been great. Since the first day we met, we worked really well, X and Boogie. It was a little unfortunate when Boogie couldn't finish the off season because of his little surgery, but I think he's been back. And when we get back to it on Tuesday, I think he's gonna be healthy all again. And X is also awesome, great player, even better person. So we still gotta see AJ. AJ hasn't really played with us because of his shoulder problems, but also a great guy, and just it has been great. I mean, I think. I hope I'm gonna have a little bigger role this year. I've been working hard to have a bigger role and just play better than last year. So I always have high expectations for myself. So I think I should have a bigger role and just help the team more this year and try to repeat what we did last year.
I wore my hat for you today. We at Gator Nation, myself, and the fans appreciate the run you guys took us on. It was an incredible journey to watch you guys play basketball, and the team looked genuinely like you were so close. Like there were some real brotherhoods and friendships on that team. So congratulations! I look forward to seeing what the rings look like.
Yeah, me too.
And look forward to getting you back stateside. I will catch up with you, I'm sure, at basketball practice back in Gainesville. We wish you a safe flight back, and then a safe rest of, I guess, training camp. What do you guys call it? Football calls it training camp. What do you guys call it?
I mean, I don't really know. I just call it like off-season workouts. I don't know.
That works.
I think training camp as well does. But yeah.
Well, Urban, we are all excited to see you guys get back on the hardwood. You made Gator Nation very proud last year. Thank you for joining us. And if you are watching this, make sure you join Florida Victorious and support the only Florida fan site that helps the Gators win. For Urban, I'm Nick. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Nick.